The U.S. Faster Payments Council has officially confirmed that financial institutions will be able to connect stablecoins directly to the FedNow system. That's right. The integration of blockchain-based assets with the Federal Reserve's instant payments network is now a reality. And this couldn't come at a more critical time. Tomorrow, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is set to testify before the Senate to help shape the legal framework for cryptocurrencies, especially for XRP and other ISO 20022 tokens. Let's break this down. XRP recently bounced up to $2.35 before pulling back to its stubborn resistance level of $2.30. Once again, it's struggling to break through. The market remains strong overall, with Bitcoin approaching $109,000 and Ethereum nearing $2,600. Meanwhile, XRP sits just below a key breakout zone, and all eyes are on the Senate hearing. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The U.S. has been accelerating its regulatory push, not just for crypto, but specifically for stablecoins. The Fed wants clarity, Congress wants clarity, and Ripple is offering that blueprint. But something curious is happening beneath the surface. Whale wallets dormant for over 6 years are suddenly reactivating. One just moved 6,000 BTC, worth roughly $650 million. Why now? As the Fed transitions to ISO 20022 and Ripple seeks full banking status and a master account with the Federal Reserve, D players are making moves that, let's not forget, Robinhood, through its acquisition of Bitstamp, now has direct access to XRP and payment infrastructure. CEO Vlad Tenev recently confirmed they're working with EU regulators to launch tokenized stocks. What does that mean? We're talking about trading tokenized U.S. Treasury bonds and ETFs directly through the XRP Ledger. Yes, that's already happening, and it aligns perfectly with Ripple's roadmap. They've launched the Ripple Dollar, timed precisely with the end of 2024. They're preparing for 2025 with aggressive moves, applying for a U.S. banking license, connecting to the Fed's core infrastructure, and integrating tokenization use cases that go beyond just cross-border payments. Everything is lining up. The Payments Council documents clearly state that financial institutions will be able to use stablecoins within FedNow, a clear signal that blockchain is no longer sidelined. Tomorrow's Senate testimony by Garlinghouse will cover regulatory and tax frameworks for crypto, potentially lifting the tax burden on U.S.-based crypto assets. And yes, XRP is among them. If the lawsuit against Ripple concludes soon, all legal barriers would vanish, opening the gates for full utility. That's when real value transfer via XRP begins. That's when the Ripple Bank model can operate within the U.S. financial system, fully licensed and directly connected to the FED. In the meantime, we're seeing massive transfers. One transaction of 50.5 million XRP just hit Coinbase. Big moves are coming. And as always, the price is being manipulated, held just below breakout levels with news and timing. Every time XRP builds momentum, something halts its progress. But make no mistake, once XRP is released from suppression, the movement will be explosive. Many will be left behind, not because the signs weren't clear, but because they didn't believe them. Oh yes, XRP is being held down. But once regulation is set, the Ripple Dollar is live, and the Fed gives the green light. XRP may shift from a suppressed asset to the most critical bridge in the global financial system. Until then, stay alert. Watch the market. Study the narratives. Because once the breakout begins, it won't be gradual. It'll be seismic.